What if I told you you could create an entire healthcare app just with AI? Well, let me show you how with Jotform. Hey Jotformers, welcome back. I'm Kimberly, and like I mentioned, if you are needing or wanting to create a healthcare app, you can absolutely do that with Jotform and completely with AI. Now, if you are familiar with Jotform apps, they have been around for a little while, and maybe you've already created one. You can absolutely go into that app and use what I'm going to show you as well. But for this example, we're going to start from scratch. I'm going to go over to the left. Let's do the create button. We'll choose app, and then right up here at the top you can see that we have some suggestions on what you can use to build your app. So we can see we have event management. These are just simple sentences in order to create our app. But if you want, if you have an image or maybe a PDF, a guide, a catalog, you can easily upload something. You can also add your link so that way it is branded. You can do that as well. But for me, if you have ever used AI before, you know the more information you give it, the better the output is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in a prompt I have pre-typed, and you can see it's not much longer than the others. It's only a few sentences long, but this is going to be an all-in-one hub for a private practice. I want there to be booking forms. I want there to be patient intake forms. I want there to be links to aftercare instructions, to FAQs, things like that. Just a hub for this place's patients. So let's go ahead and send, and you will be able to watch Jotform AI make this app for you in real time. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do with this AI. You can add pages, delete pages, move pages. You can do a lot of stuff with the design. You can tell it, hey, you know what? I don't like these colors. I want it to be these colors instead. And that top header image, I want it to be completely different. So you have control over everything, all from AI. So we can see here on the left-hand side, it has 9 tasks. We can see it working through them. We can see it actively building the app right here. It looks like it's going to be called Spring Care or Care Spring. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and get this open. Yeah, this is called Care Spring. So over on the right-hand side, you can see what this is going to look like on mobile. I'm going to go ahead and X out of that though. And on the left-hand side at the bottom, we can choose right here, and we get to see that Poto AI and everything that it has already done. Now, like I mentioned, we can change the colors. Let's say, you know what, I'm not really a fan of these colors. I'm going to say, can you use the color scheme from jotform.com, focusing on the oranges. So let's see what it does. Now, if you are familiar with Jotform and you know your way around a little bit, you don't have to use the AI portion. You can easily exit out of this, and we can exit out the preview again, and you can choose the app designer right here, and you can choose overall themes. You get to choose. You have that option if you want to be 100% manual. So we see we have the orange in our buttons and our icons. Very nice. So we can see down here at the bottom, we have some different pages that we can go through, and we have a book a visit. We also have that book appointment. We have the new patient intake form. That's great. Okay, I'm going to close out of this completely. I'm going to go back to the very beginning, just my general workspace, and you can see we started with Findora up at the top, but now we have CareSpring, which is our app, and then we have forms that it has created for us, all of these forms. So let's go back. Let's go back in. Let's do some more editing, and let's go ahead and build with Poto again. Now, some other things that you can do is you can add in conditional logic, and sometimes that can be kind of hard to do, trying to figure out where do I click to do this. So instead of trying to figure it out, you just tell Poto, you know what? I want this page hidden unless they click this button. You have the option to tell Poto and it'll do it for you. But let's just say, for example, let's say I click right here and come over here to properties, and we have some conditions and we have some actions. So the action can be when the user clicks this list of items, what do you want it to do? We'll also have the condition to show to everyone or just to selected roles, like users. They have to log in, or you as the admin. So you get to choose what that looks like. But over here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get rid of that list, which is also pretty neat. So when you click on something, it's going to automatically put it over on the left-hand side. So you're pretty much telling Poto what you want to be working within. But I am going to put, can you build a dashboard page that is admin only, that shows real-time calculations and displays table data? Now it's going to go ahead and build something for us, but because we literally just created this in real time, there's probably not going to be any data because we need people to fill out all these forms in order for there to be data. But we can see right down here, we can see that it is generating a widget with AI. Now, one thing that is nice is if we come up here to the plus sign, we do have widgets. There are a lot of them to choose from, but sometimes it's not exactly what you are looking for. So you can see right here, create a widget with AI, which is what Poto is doing. It is creating something that is specific to you and your needs. So we'll come back to this in just a minute. But if we come over here to data, we see we have access to all of these, all the forms that are attached and all of that data that is coming in. Under settings, this is where we can change our app name and our app icon. We can change what the splash screen looks like. We can change those colors if we want. We can also send out push notifications. Now, if you want, you can also add in an AI chatbot. So maybe your users need a little bit of AI. If I come over here to use template, we can see right over here, we have healthcare and wellness agent. Let's do just the telehealth consent. So we get to choose any of these. Online therapy, you can choose use agent. You can train it with your healthcare information and FAQ, so that way your AI agent can answer questions while people are on your app. Then of course over here on publish, very, very simple. If you want to embed this app on your website, you can absolutely do that. You don't have to. You can easily copy this and send this out through the appropriate channels as well. Let's come back over here to build. I'm going to do a quick refresh and let's see what that bottom widget looks like. All right, let's come down to the very bottom. Perfect. So look at that. It has pulled in a lot of information. And again, you can be very specific. You can also have a widget that pulls in the people who are your newest patients. Do we need to follow up with them? You can have all of this at your fingertips. And again, this is the dashboard and it is under lock and key. You need to be logged in as an admin in order to use it. And it really is as simple as that. If you have any questions about how to use Jotform to create your own healthcare app with AI, let us know down below in the comments. If you like this video and you got some value, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notification every time we put out a new video. I'll see you next time.